Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Today we'll be unboxing and reviewing the newly released GPD Win 5 handheld console. The specific model I received for this review features 359GB of storage, 64GB of RAM and a 2TB configuration. Let's now proceed to unbox it and take a closer look at what's inside the packaging. Upon removing the lid, I had already taken out the main unit. This compartment is for the main unit and this is its protective case. Below, you'll find the battery and an instruction manual, both of which I've already pulled out. Also, there's a small pin here, which I'll explain the purpose of in a moment. And over here we have the power data cable, and all the other items are right here. So the entire packaging is quite straightforward and minimal, with nothing else included, which means our unboxing is now finished. With the box set aside, let's examine its accessories. There's quite a collection here, and this first one is a battery, which is specifically its backclip battery. This backclip battery has a capacity of 80 watt-hours, making it quite substantial in weight. And then over here, what was previously nestled inside the box is its power adapter and power cable. This power adapter in particular is very much like a typical laptop power adapter, a really large one. Looking at this adapter, we see it features a 3-prong power cord, indicating it's a very standard power supply. This particular power supply isn't the C2C type we've previously encountered. It's a laptop-style adapter, suggesting its power output is quite substantial. Furthermore, there's also a rather elegant accessory included. This accessory is designed to connect our battery to the main unit. So by simply using this to secure the two together, we'll then be able to provide power to the handheld device. And with this, we can power the main unit directly. This means the external battery can be placed to the side, allowing us to comfortably hold the main unit while playing games. This arrangement significantly reduces the weight we need to support. So those were the accessories. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for, let's turn our attention to the main unit itself. The main unit itself is still exceptionally beautiful. There's already a screen protector available on the market that you can buy. I directly purchased one from an online platform and applied it. The screen protector was very precisely fitted, covering the entire screen flawlessly. When first holding this main unit, the immediate feeling is how incredibly comfortable it is to the touch. It features a matte-coated design, and the plastic quality is exceptionally good. Overall, it very much resembles a significantly larger version of the familiar handheld gaming consoles. Now, regarding the main units, its front features dual joysticks, ABXY buttons, and a D-pad. This time around, the D-pad utilizes a conductive rubber pad, so no more audible clicking. The D-pad itself still incorporates a membrane design, so the sound, well, it's still quite subtle. This time, the conductive rubber pad provides a very strong and comfortable rebound. Next to the ABXY buttons, there's our traditional toggle key for switching between controller and mouse modes. In the bottom left corner you'll find a power button, a back button, and a home key and a menu key, both located on the bottom left. The bottom right features the start key, a keyboard pop-up key, and an optical mouse, along with volume up and down buttons. The front houses 2 speakers. Having front-facing speakers should provide a truly excellent gaming experience. And then looking at the top, we have the trigger and shoulder buttons. Now our triggers are indeed adjustable. If we push both of these switches upwards, they transform into a responsive, clicky trigger mechanism. However, if you flip them downwards, they convert into a trigger with a gradient response. A smooth, linear trigger. This setup skillfully blends the nostalgia of retro gaming with the demands of modern game experiences. On the top edge, you'll find a 3.5mm headphone jack, a USB-A port, a very prominent power input, and a USB-C charging port. A USB-C charging port, and a timeless reset button. Now, let's turn our attention to the back of the device. As mentioned earlier, the back features a switch for the linear trigger, and you'll also find a dedicated function key located here. Additionally, we can see We can see two very massive cooling fans on the back. These fans are absolutely enormous. Next, let's examine the top. Due to the enormous cooling fans, it features a dual cooling vent design, and these vents are truly massive. Alright, having looked at the back, let's now turn to the bottom. The bottom section seems to be its air intake, equipped with 2 dual-channel intake ports. In addition, the bottom also features a pogo pin connector, a dedicated pogo pin port, and a versatile USB-C port. Many might wonder about the purpose of this pogo pin port. Let's open it up and investigate. This pogo pin port is quite simple to access. We'll just pull it out. This pogo pin port right here. So some people might wonder, what exactly is this pogo pin port used for? It's actually designed for expanding the device with an SSD card. This particular SSD card is a brand new release from Byway, and I've already placed an order for it, but it hasn't arrived yet. Okay, let's examine both sides. The right side has a TF card slot, and I've already inserted a TF card there. The left side is completely bare. Alright, that concludes the overview of the entire device. Oh, and in a traditional design, there's also a dedicated slot for attaching a lanyard, kept for future use. So, what are your thoughts? Personally, I find the appearance of this machine to be quite stunning, and because the entire unit is designed to be larger, holding it feels rather comfortable. Given it doesn't include a battery, its overall weight is exceptionally light at the moment, which I believe is fantastic. So next, let's go over the various charging and wired power connection situations for this device. First, we have the initial method, which involves directly utilizing the backclip battery. All you need to do is align it, plug it in, and then firmly press and hold these 2 small circular points, pressing it down and snapping it into place. With that, the battery is now installed. However, once it's in, we'll encounter a slight issue. It's securely locked on this side, but it hasn't popped out on the other. In this situation, we'll need to figure out how to slowly ease it out. Out. Alright, it's almost done now. Actually, it's not quite perfect yet. So, regarding my specific battery pack, particularly in this area, the buckle exhibits a slight, shall we say, manufacturing tolerance issue. I can't get the buckle to fully engage immediately, but it's already perfectly functional. Let's examine how it looks after it's buckled in. It remains quite firm with practically no wobbling. This represents the initial approach, placing the battery pack on the rear of the device. In this setup, the machine feels notably hefty. It's the weight of the machine itself, plus the battery pack's weight. However, it's still very convenient to remove. We just gently press both sides, and it comes right off. Now let's examine the second method. We've already set up the second method, which involves using this buckle to secure the cable right here, locking it in place. Then, this side has also been secured, locked firmly in place. Now there's a small problem here. This particular spot lacks a cover. If it had one to shield this section, it would be a bit safer. But even as it is, it's perfectly functional, as long as you're careful not to touch this area when the device is powering on. The metal power connector itself should be quite safe. I believe the manufacturer will address this issue as it's a minor detail. This setup also offers convenient usability. The power data cable, I must say, is pretty long. I'd estimate it's around 1.5 meters. This generous length allows you to position the device. You can just put it anywhere on your desk and play with ease. This also allows it to be continuously powered, which is a perfectly acceptable scenario. What do you all think? That was the second method for powering the device. Next, let's explore the third one. Let's move on to the third method. So, for the third option, we'll be using a wired power connection. This is the original power supply unit, and this power cable is approximately 1 meter in length. The data cable extending from this power supply is what we'll be focusing on next. The power cable is approximately 2 to 2.5 meters long. This generous length allows you to play the device comfortably, whether you're relaxing in bed, on the sofa, or virtually any corner of your home. You can simply sit down, plug it in, and start playing. Plus, without the added weight of an internal battery, the device remains light and easy to handle. You can enjoy playing it anywhere. This device to me truly feels like a dedicated streaming console. As long as you have the power cable plugged in, You can settle down anywhere and immerse yourself in a game. Plus, its performance is incredibly robust. Now let's go ahead and power it on to take a look. After a sustained press, the power indicator turns white, signifying its entry into the system. Let's just hold on for a moment. Okay, we have now successfully accessed the system by connecting it to power. So, at this point, we're ready to proceed. This button, and when we press it, the fingerprint scanner instantly recognizes it. This fingerprint reader actually performs quite well. Regarding the entire machine, I will conduct a thorough game performance review at a later time, but at this moment covering everything from the unboxing to... With this introduction, including the 3 battery power options, you should have a good understanding. In an upcoming video, I'll be conducting a game performance review of this machine, so I hope you'll continue to follow along. That wraps up this video. See you next time. Bye bye.